Edad, numero lang yan.
At my age, I've only been getting stronger.
You see, I'm built for more. More intensity to stay in shape. More energy for new experiences.
More endurance to reach greater heights. And more passion in doing what I love. These days, I live for more.
Sante Barley.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Santi Barley ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Magandang araw sa inyo lahat. Welcome to another episode of Ano Ba Talaga with Kuya Kim. Dito po sa podcast na to, we talk about anything under the sun. Lahat po ng topic po pwede dito. We've been on air for about a year already and we thank you so much for supporting us this whole year. At napakarami ko ng mga nag-guest dito. Maraming mga artistang kaibigan, maraming mga ordinary people with extraordinary stories. Itong guest natin ngayon, she's everything actually because she's an artista. She's also a friend, kaibigan ko rin. And she has such interesting stories. Itong babaeng to, I respect her because she's a pioneer in many ways. At ikukwento niya sa atin ngayon yan. My dear friend and fellow podcaster, Bianca Gonzalez. Hi, Bianx.
Hi, Kuya Kim. Ano ba talaga, Kuya Kim? Paano ba to, Kuya Kim?
Alam mo, Bianca, since I met you 20 years ago, 20 plus years ago.
20 years ago,
Yeah,
yes.
it's been 22 years that I've been on television. And I met you when I was new on television. You were new as well.
Yes.
And ang itsura mo noon, hindi nagbago. Kung ano itsura mo dati, ganun pa rin ang itsura mo ngayon.
Thank you. Likewise, you also
Well,
more fit pa nga
I'm
than
actually
when you
more-
started, di ba?
I'm more fit now. Ang taba ko noon eh. That was the time I was building up to a
Grabe
stroke.
yung self-talk. Ang tama ko.
I was building up to a stroke because I was working so hard because of the morning show. Yung pala, a few years after, boom, stroke.
Grabe talaga.
Kamusta, Bianca? Ano
I'm
balita sa'yo?
good. I'm happy to be here finally.
Ang tagal na nating plano to, hindi matuloy-tuloy to eh.
Congratulations on your podcast. It's doing so well.
Thank you,
You're
Bianca.
enjoying?
I'm enjoying. Alam mo, I had to unlearn so many things that we know on television eh.
Dead air?
Di ba? Takot tayo sa dead air.
Yun yung pinaka number one that was so difficult to unlearn.
Di ba? Dead air kasi on television, bawal yun eh. On radio, bawal yun eh. If tinanggal mo naman ng dead air dito sa podcast, ano naman, para kang...
Robot.
At saka rushing. Parang sinasapawan mo yung guest mo. Yung pala, ayaw mo lang kasi ng dead air eh. But dito kailangan nakakahinga yung salita. Also, my tendency when I was new, Bianca, I was always performing. I forget that I have a guest and they want to know about my guest. Akala ko ako yung star palagi. Alam mo yung papatrivia-trivia ako dyan. Alam mo yun. This is not about me, it's about you. Yun, the things that I had to unlearn.
Yeah, I think eventually you find your groove when it comes to the podcast talaga. Always top of the charts. Congrats. At that's a big bonus, di ba? Parang, I feel like with podcasting, we enjoy doing it so much. And then when you end up on like the top 20, top 10, top 5, it's such a big pat on the back na, oh, you're doing something
True. You know, we
good.
take it for granted because we're always on the chart. No? Most podcasters pala are not, kasi 200 lang yung nakalista sa, most pala are not there. There are like 5,800 podcasters.
And
most-
growing.
And growing. And they don't have a number. The fact that you have a number something on your podcast is already a big thing already. Eh pag nasa top 10, top 20, like your podcast, ay nako, it's a blessing.
Super
But
blessing.
diba I introduced you and I said that you're a pioneer in many
Big
ways.
word naman yung pioneer, grabe. Pero salamat.
Bianca, pioneer ka naman. I remember, I was not tech then eh. I learned tech later on eh. When I started on television and I got to know you, you're one of the most tech persons I know.
At that time,
Yeah, you always had a computer. Mac ba yun? You had one of the
Yes.
first Macs that I saw was yours.
Kami ni Ryan.
Kayo ni Ryan.
Twinsies kami, yes.
Oo. And then you were vlogging when vlogging was not concept yet.
I was not too early to the
Blog.
vlogging.
You were blogging.
Yes. Blogging.
And you had a TV show called Blog.
Yes, I did.
Kwento mo ngayon, Bianca.
I would say I was 22, 23 years old.
Okay, that was 20 plus years ago.
Yes. We were working together on the morning show. I had joined Pinoy Big Brother, made it as third place. And then after, I was given a solo talk show called Blog. So first crack at a celebrity talk show. I did see a video recently. It popped up on my algorithm. Interview ko si Piolo Pascual. Nakaka-cringe to see
Ba't naman
like my
nakaka-cringe?
early work. Yung you see footage of yourself 20 years ago and you're like,
Hindi ka pa marunong.
I always say, when I see footage of myself from 2 decades ago, paano to pinagkatiwalaan ng ABS-CBN? Kasi parang kolehiyalang magsalita. Tapos, anyway, but the blogging, I started when I was in college. So, it was around 2003. I was maybe second year, third year college. Yung blogging nun, like writing on a website, was really like an online diary. Hindi siya yung monetized
Correct.
anything.
Yeah,
It really started there. And then eventually, doing TV, and then there were the likes of Multiply, Pinoy Exchange. Ito yung mga early social media platforms
Ito yung
noon.
mga chat group dati na
Chat
malalaki.
groups, or at
Text.
least that's where people would post things that other people can read. And then eventually, late 2000s, Twitter. Yun na yung una.
I remember, isa ka sa mga first adopters ng Twitter eh. And then I joined Twitter about a year after na eh. And then I remember you told me eh, it's about time. It's good that you did. Kasi I was anti-Twitter nun eh. Akala ko dati, okay na ako sa Facebook eh. Kasi first adopter ako sa Facebook. When Twitter came out, nauna ka dun eh. So ano ba itong Twitter na to? It's so senseless. Ay, sino naman ang sinasabi? Anong sense nito?
Or like,
Hindi
ito
ka
yung
ba-
breakfast ko today, mga ganun lang.
Virtual presence. We didn't know the importance of virtual presence to an artista then eh.
There was no such term.
No such term, and we didn't know the importance, how it will affect the career.
Eventually,
and your
yes.
connection with your viewers.
Yes.
Nauna ka sa Twitter. And then, I remember, ito pang hindi ko makakalimutan sa'yo, one of my core memories sa'yo. We were doing the morning show. Si Bianca po and I were in the morning show. This was pre-UKG. It was called Magandang Umaga, Pilipinas.
Yes, correct.
That's how I met my manager, Noel Ferrer, who was...
You weren't managed by Noel
No.
pa noon.
He managed me after.
But he discovered you pa rin
He discovered
for the
me.
morning show.
He discovered me, yeah. Noel Ferrer was our manager.
Hello, kapatid.
Kapatid. Hi, Noel. We love you, Noel.
We love
Dalawang
you.
baby naman dito, ha. Si Noel was our executive producer, and then Bianca and Ryan were the main hosts. And then...
With Julius and Tintin.
with Julius and Tintin, with Mamu. And then Erwin Tulfo was there. Do you remember that?
Yes, as the newsreader with Ate B, Bernadette
Ate B.
Zambrano, yes.
Erwin Tulfo was there, and then ako yun yung pinakauna kong pasok, Animalandia.
Yes!
I had that animal segment, di ba?
Yes.
And then, people ask me nga eh, ba't ka ba nakasombrero palagi? Because they don't know that I started with animals only. Animalandia, I was doing like this, my Steve Irwin thing,
Yes.
in Manila Zoo with TJ
TJ
Manotok,
Manotok,
and Mama
Richie
Rene.
Chan,
Richie Chan and Mama Rene.
and Mama Rene Salud. Correct. What a combo, di ba? Itong si Noel
Ito si Noel, dalawang bading at saka dalawang lalaki pinagsama niya. And then, I remember one of our segments, hindi ko makakalimutan, Bianca. Nag-tag of war kami ng elepante sa Manila Zoo. Did you remember that?
Really?
Yung isang rope, hawak ng elepante. Yung isang rope, hawak ni Mama Rene, ni Richie.
How was that even allowed? Parang hindi na yun i-allow ngayon, di ba?
We pulled it off. We were able to pull it off. It was not cruel. How can we naman out-wrestle an elephant?
Yeah.
But it was so funny.
Yeah, grabe. Those were good days. I mean, sobrang learning curve, di ba? When you're
Core
thrown into a
memory.
morning show.
You learn to think on your toes, and you learn to think fast when your mind is mushy. And that's a skill.
Yes, mushy kasi 5:30 a.m.
Ang call time
6
natin,
a.m.
4:30.
Yes.
Ang airtime natin, 5:30. Pag kami ni TJ, dadaling kami sa location, ang call time namin, 1:30. Sa Tarlac yun eh. So, di ba, naalala mo, pinapadala kami sa mga malalayong
Yes,
lugar.
I also did. Well, eventually, when Atom also joined, we would do like the usual, yung mga Jed's Island Resort.
Jed's
And then like, diba, forever. Pag summer kick-off, Jed's Island
Palagi
Resort.
lang dyan sa Island
Pag
Resort.
Christmas kick-off, mga Clark, Pampanga,
Or Star City.
ganyan. Yes,
Star City.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think now yan pa rin yung form.
Hanggang Star City, meron ka bang
Ng
image dun sa
morning
Star
show.
City?
Grabe.
Wala kang image. Di ba meron sila parang
Wala.
mga
No,
image?
no.
Sabi
I
ko,
didn't.
pinipintasan
I
nga
saw
yung mga
it.
image ng mga artista doon. Sabi ko, buti nga meron silang image eh. Gusto ko nga may image ako dyan.
Gusto mo?
Oo. Oo naman. No, back to the morning show. What I was leading to
Yes.
was, my core memory was after like a year in the morning show, kinuha ka ng PBB. Tapos,
2006 ito.
2006, yeah. And you didn't know what to expect and how it will affect your career. And you were talking about it, I remember. In the set, no? Sabi mo, di mo alam ano mangyayari pagkatapos. And ang image ko kasi ng Pinoy Big Brother, ng Big Brother, yung napanood ko sa London.
Yes.
Medyo, ano yun?
Raunchy.
Raunchy sexual.
Oo.
Raunchy. Sabi ko, oh my gosh. Pinasok mo. And you were a baby.
Yes, I was 21 years old.
Yeah.
And at that time, because I was part of the first celebrity edition,
Yeah.
ang natatapos pa lang na season nun was the one of Commander Nene. Where
And
she
sila
won.
Jason
Uma,
Gaines,
yes, Sam Milby,
Sam Milby,
Uma,
yeah.
and Cass. So yun pa lang yung idea ng tao sa PBB noon. So when I joined in my batch, talagang lahat kami wala pa rin, like, what is this?
I saw you. Kasi ang send-off mo noon was in Baywalk.
Yes!
It was in Baywalk. And I was there. Sinend-off kayo, di ba? I was in the audience because I lived there. Doon
Yes,
ako nakatira
Manila.
sa Sikia, apartments across.
Punong-puno ng tao yung
Punong-puno.
Baywalk noon.
And nung ini-introduce kayo, lumabas ka. Bianca Gonzalez, I saw your eyes. Your eyes are very transparent. Eh. I saw fear.
Super fear! Super fear. Accurate. You're so
Yeah,
accurate.
I saw fear. You were like a deer in headlights.
Yes.
Parang, oh my gosh, Bianca, naawa ko sa'yo. Bianca is so afraid. Kawawa naman baby na. You were a baby. Eh.
Yes, I was the bunso.
Oh, kawawa naman baby namin. Ganyan. But you know, it turned out to be okay. Diba?
Yeah, I mean, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger talaga.
You went through so much in that Pinoy Big Brother, no?
Yes, I mean, grabe yung pagka-baptism of fire. Kasi by that time, I had only been in showbiz maybe 2 years. Kasi
Yeah,
I started
2 years.
2004.
sabay tayo.
yeah, sabay na
Sabay
sabay. So, yeah, fear is very accurate, and I would have had no idea na 21 years down the line,
You'd still be
eto
here.
pa rin.
And still doing PBB.
And still doing PBB. How crazy is that? Grabe.
Katuwa, no?
Yeah.
Inalagaan ka naman ni Lore ng todo-todo.
Yes, of course. And I mean, I like to think all of us who are still fortunate enough to do what we do, it's because we put in the work din naman kasi.
Yeah, it would be a bit self-promoting to say yes, but it's the truth also. Eh. I think, remember Lucci Cruz was one of our mentors in ABS then. Sabi sa akin ni Lucci Kim, when you start thinking that what you put out there is about you, that's the beginning of your downfall. Sabi ko, I couldn't understand it then.
Yeah.
Now I get it. If you think that we last in this business because it's us, because I'm handsome, I'm beautiful, I'm talented, then that's the beginning of our downfall. But if we are here because of our output, because of the excellence of what we put out there, or the value of what we put out there, then you have staying power.
Yeah. Super agree. And siguro I'll put into context ng what I said about we put in the work. I think something that we have in common, and a lot of those nakabatch natin, like I see it in Atom and Ryan, TJ, when I say we put in the work, we're good soldiers.
Oh, yeah.
Parang what is needed of us, we will deliver. Not
Hindi tayo
na tayo
diva.
yung bida,
Hindi tayo
but
diva.
like, I'm here to serve.
Yeah. Like, we're not naman super big stars. But
Sakto lang. Pwede na.
Sakto lang.
Thank you, Lord na. Yung nakakapag-mall ka pa, di ba
Naman.
nakakapag-grocery ka pa, konting hi-hello, pero
it's a level
like,
of fame that's manageable.
Yes.
But it's also the level of fame that lasts.
Oh, ang ganda nun.
Marathon. Itong tinakbo natin, marathon to eh. Marami sa mga nakita natin, sprint. After 100 meters, tapos na. Kasi it's about them and how they look. Alam mo yun, it's not about that eh.
Yeah. And I think sometimes, like, probably, especially in the industry, some people might think, oh, ito yung gusto ko, and then they reach fame right away. Oh, it's not pala. I want pala a more quiet life. And that's okay as well. Kasi parang na-exhaust nila yung gusto nilang gawin at that point in time. Versus us nga na, I see us as parang steady lang, sige, pero hanggang, like, 10 years, 20 years, kaya ko pa, game pa ako.
Naman, ako din. You know, when people nga ask me when I'm retiring, I don't want to retire. I see myself doing maybe a podcast until I die, or maybe one show taped once a week, whatever platform TV is then already.
Yeah.
But I don't want to retire. I like doing this.
Me
Do you also?
Me too. I mean, I don't see myself for now doing anything else. I mean, I can do other things beside it, but
Yeah.
same as you, parang hanggang sa kaya na may once a week something man
Diba?
lang.
Oo.
Yeah.
Because we like doing it.
Yes.
And by the way, we get paid also doing it. But for me, payment is secondary. Like in the podcast, diba? This is so fulfilling to do. The payment is secondary if ever there's any. Pero,
If ever there's any, if minsan abonado pa.
pag wala sponsor, walang kita. Diba? But you know, ikaw kasi kaibigan na kita matagal na. But my experience in the podcast is if I guest someone new, friend ko na. Pagkatapos, because it's a whole hour of meaningful conversation
Yeah.
na lalabas
Hindi small talk.
Hindi small talk.
Yes.
Malalim
Yes.
Yeah. But congrats on your podcast.
Thank you.
How
That
many-
you will guest on also.
Of course.
Maraming salamat
Of course.
for this exchange guesting.
Tutuhugin nga natin to. Pagkatapos po ng guesting ni Bianca dito, tutuloy ako sa kabilang studio, guest naman ako sa kanya.
Yes, I love it.
But the podcast started how long?
So, my podcast journey wasn't a podcast right away. So, what
Yeah.
happened was, in 2014, I wrote a book. Paano ba to?
Yeah, I remember
How
that.
to survive growing up. And eventually, years after, I wanted to be on YouTube. Pero I wasn't the type to do daily vlogs or challenges
Kapagod,
or
no?
trends. No, and hindi ko personality.
Hindi ikaw.
Kilala mo ako,
Hindi
Kuya
ikaw.
Kim.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not the type to do a house tour. I'm so
Hi,
private.
guys!
Oo, di ba? Sobrang, the introvert me is shaking. So I was like,
Yeah.
how can I be on YouTube? But it's not like about me. And
Yeah.
so I realized that the book, which is essentially advice giving, was the perfect format. I would invite a guest, get a letter sender, match their stories, and then my guest would give advice for the writer or the sender in of the letter. So that went on YouTube. I started 2017. And then when the pandemic happened, I still wanted to continue. But it was so clear to me that I wanted more long form. And so that was the time. There was already Mo Twister, Wake Up with Jim and Sab, Mikael and Megan were doing a pod. So I was like, I parang want to do this because I am a podcast listener myself. So the podcast officially, like long form, started 2021. And then till now.
Well, 6 years already. And doing well.
Thank
Congrats.
you. Yes, super.
Alam mo, lagi kang pioneer sa lahat ng bagay.
Uy, grabe naman.
Oo.
Early adapter?
Early
maybe.
adapter, pioneer. Oo.
Early-ish. Yung AI medyo nahuhuli ako. I have to like
So much
step
to learn,
up. Yeah, I think because of how massive it is, parang nakaka-overwhelm.
You know, with AI, you think that you're going to learn it now, no? So you take a course, or you learn it. When you learn it, it's new already.
Yes, correct.
Mabuti pa, don't learn it first. Tapos, in 2 years, pag madali na, you learn it na.
I don't know if it's the Gen Xer in me, but I am like, I still have that, no, I prefer human work. I still have that. But I'm
Naman,
sure there are
oo.
ways to like use it a
Integrate
bit.
it. But we have to use AI, Bianca, because it's stupid not to, because it's there.
Yeah.
Like my phone now, it's AI equipped. Itong mga bagong Samsung.
Yeah.
I just talk to it
Yeah.
At dati-rati nga, with Siri kasi, you have to enunciate and talk slow. Ito alam na niya yung, pati yung Filipino accent ko, gets na niya At pwede kong Tagalogin, pwede kong Englishin. Ang galing ngayon.
Yeah.
Because it's AI equipped.
Yes.
And that's only the telephone.
Yes, imagine how many more tools there are. I have friends who are so adept at it, like they use different apps for different
Different needs.
Yeah, different needs.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you do that?
Bilib ako dun sa gumagawa ng video. Na natatapos yung isang isang reel ng few seconds, 30 seconds, because tama ang prompt.
Yeah, yeah.
Si Sid, ganyan. Remember Sid Materaso?
Yes, of course.
Si Sid, ang galing how he uses it, ang galing. He uses it in his work now
Yeah. I'm still there at the, as much as a human can do this.
How's family pala, Bianx? How's your family?
Good, very good. You know, my kids are 10 and 7.
Oh my
How
gosh.
crazy is that?
In mga 12 years, lola ka na.
Wag naman! JC will, not like that you said that. We have 2 girls, so 10 and
2 girls,
7.
yeah.
It's so fast. So fast. JC, like you were asking earlier, yes, he's retired from
Yeah,
basketball. He retired 2020, so pandemic then. Now he's full-time into painting.
Doing his art.
Yes, doing his art. I think more than anything about family life, I love our 40s.
Your 40s.
Yes, because I'm 43, JC's turning 43 in a few months. Merong certain, I guess, calm
Yeah.
sense of peace versus in our 30s when we were just starting the family, struggling what to do with this newborn, and then you're also balancing your career and you're like,
Yeah.
all of these things. So, mas kalma yung 40s. We're able to enjoy family life so much more. We're very intentional spending time with the kids talaga because parang this window is so short. And yeah, grateful to just be able to have a job that we can still be hands-on sa kids. Yeah.
Alam niyo, marami nagtatanong sa akin, ano bang sikreto ko for my fitness at my age? I'm almost 59 years old. Of course, given ang regular exercise, given na rin ang healthy diet, but not everyone knows that I swear by Sante Barley, and I've been taking Sante Barley for so many years now. Sante Barley is a certified organic and barley grass from New Zealand. At certified ito ng BioGrow. It's good for digestion and strengthens your immunity dahil puno ito ng nutrients at antioxidants. That's why I live for more with Sante Barley. Si JC kasi, I used to ride motorcycles with JC. I've known Bianca for so long. JC, I met in mga 2016, 2015. Nagmotor kami niyan, and then we'd ride long distances together, have breakfast every weekend, and then we went to Sagada. But doon ko nakilala si JC.
Yes.
And I realized that JC is also very creative pala. May artistic side pala ang kanyang pagiging athlete, no?
Yes. That was honestly a surprise to me. I had no idea that he had that. Because we met in 2010. So at that time, syempre basketball is life.
Tsaka,
Yun yung-
laman ka ng basketball
Nanonood
fan ka
ako.
nun eh. Palagi ka nanonood
Yes. So I tried to support as much as I could.
Yeah.
And then around 2018, 2019 was when he started to paint as a hobby. And then I was like, akala ko ako yung artistic sa aming dalawa. Hindi pala.
Siya
Siya pala yung may creative gene. So apparently what happened was, nung bata siya, mahilig talaga siya mag-paint, mag-draw. Except when he got serious about basketball, lahat ng oras niya nandun na. So nakalimutan niya yung side na yon until in his older age, it found him again.
Are the girls athletic like the dad?
Both are, we try to make them do as much sports as they can, but my panganay is so naturally athletic. So her name is Lucia. She is the type na kahit anong sport isabak namin, she's good right away. She gets it right away. She's naturally coordinated. Yeah, so hopefully she picks a sport that she wants to get a bit more competitive in. So far, parang it's swimming.
Genetic yan eh.
Yes,
Oo,
yes. She
nandyan
definitely
yan eh.
got JC's athletic gene.
I'm sure they got your beauty as well.
They got, you know what, I'm happy? They got my morena skin tone.
Uy, ang ganda kaya ng pagkamorena mo.
Oh, thank you.
Naman.
Feli's morena also. Your girls are
You
morena
actually have the
also.
same skin as Feli.
Oh, yeah.
Pareho kayo ng balat.
Yes, morena rose. So yeah, our two girls are morena as well. And
And the eyes, they got your eyes, your expressive eyes.
my firstborn got my eyes,
Yeah.
but JC's face.
Yeah.
Our second, our bunso, got his eyes and my face. Yeah.
Well, it's
a
always a
mix.
combination. Is always an improvement of what was eh.
Always an improvement of the race, definitely.
I remember we did Y Speak.
Yes.
May bago ng Y Speak ngayon.
Why Speak 2.0? They
I-
should guest you.
Oo nga, pwede. Why not? But I remember you gave me a segment. Actually, you started Y Speak. It was you and Ryan
And Karen.
and Karen Davila, no?
Yes.
And then
You were a wais speaker.
Wais
Yun yung
speaker.
tawag sa inyo ni Father Tito Kaluwag.
Father Tito Kaluwag. And then you gave me a segment called, it was, I taped it once a week eh. Parang trivia segment yun eh. Now you know. Now you know. Meron yan. And then Y Speaker.
Yes.
And then, ang madalas natin kasama was Bam Aquino na magiging senador.
Yes,
Imagine,
eventually.
Bam is now senator, #1 senator.
Nakakatawa kasi until now. So, syempre, because we were all together 2 decades ago,
Yeah.
prior to his political career,
Yeah.
we have like pet names for each other. Like, I'm called Bunso or Baby B, Little B, di ba? You guys call me. Ako, I call him Bami Wami. Parang Bami Wami Spammy, parang ganyan. Until now, when I text him ganyan, tapos inisip ko, should I still be doing that? Senador na siya. But in my head, I'm like, I'm sure he appreciates being a human rather than always being like a title. So, I've kept it naman.
But if there's one thing I remember about Bam, he's a very skilled broadcaster. Kasi he was the Julius Babaw of the morning show in Studio 23.
Yes,
Breakfast.
Yes.
I would guest all the time or I would watch them kasi pagkatapos natin, tutuloy tayo sa kanila. Magkatabing studio natin eh. Then si Bam ang pinaka-posteran eh.
Yes.
I remember, ang galing nito. Ang posting-poste siya talaga. Ang husay ni Bam. And then,
Bam was with Ria Trillo. My
Atom.
brother was actually with Breakfast earlier
yeah,
before
your brother,
that.
yeah.
Sina Patty Laurel, yes.
and Atom Arroyo.
Yes.
Doon na-discover din si Atom na napaka-pogi pala niya. Di ba?
What I remember naman about Atom sa Breakfast, I will not forget this. Siyempre, pinagkwentuhan na natin everyone else.
Okay lang.
Hi, Atom! Hi, Bam!
At saka
Hi, everyone!
Atin-atin lang to, hindi natin pakala.
So, I think, kasi I did Breakfast before I did Magandang Umaga Pilipinas. So, doon
Lumipat
kami
ka nga pala.
galing ni Ryan.
Hinugot nga pala kayo ni Noel doon.
Yes,
Okay.
we came from Breakfast, me and Ryan. At that time, when Atom was still there, I think we were live at 6 o'clock. And every time, mga 5:55 a.m., ready na. Kasi you're supposed to be seated on set na. Kasi anytime, magla-live na. Ang laging text about Atom. Text pa nun, wala pang smartphones. Nasa Philcoa na si Atom. Every day na ginawa ng Diyos, 5:55, nasa Philcoa na si Atom. Sure enough, maybe like 6:10, 6:15, he would be in the studio.
In the studio already.
Yeah. So funny.
Ay, those days. Those were beautiful, beautiful
I
days.
know.
And beautiful years. Ano nga eh, you and I were fortunate but not fortunate because we witnessed the transition of television from when it was king and we were still part of it. We were part of it when TV was king up to the transition to the digital age. No?
Yeah.
Na ang dami ng platforms.
Yes.
Now they call TV the TV platform, the free TV platform. Among many platforms kasi marami ng iba, di ba?
Yeah. I'm grateful that we reached I guess, I like to call it the tri-media era,
Yeah.
which is TV,
TV, print, and
radio,
radio.
and then print.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm glad kasi there's so many skills from that era that we're able to use and evolve to this digital era.
I agree. What's the biggest skill that you learned from the tri-media era to the digital age?
I mean, so many, the whole process. Like for me, from the pre-production to what actually happens to a live show is so important, especially particularly with podcasting. Like, you do everything. You're writing everything in your head. You're the one saying, I want to guest like this. Sometimes you will be the one to reach out. Can you guest on my podcast? That whole producer mindset, I guess, is
We got
something
it
we
from
picked
there.
up.
Yeah. Also, you know what else we got? Discipline. The discipline of showing up and
Yeah.
appearing the best that you can
Yeah.
despite what you feel.
Yeah, that's
Diba?
true.
Sa TV kasi, ganun eh.
Yeah.
Kundi sasabunin ka ng todo-todo ba? O tatanggalin ka. Remember, it was so competitive. Pag pumalpa ka nung panahon natin, may papalit sa'yo.
The next one is like
And better
right
than
there.
you.
Yes.
Right there. Nakaporma.
I do think another skill that I'm grateful that we got during that era is assessing our work on our own as it is without the noise of social media. Meaning, dati after a live show, we're
Watch.
already thinking in our head na parang, I could have done this or
Yeah.
I did well here, ulitin ko to without the noise of,
feedback.
feedback na bakit mo ginawa na yan? Yung parang naproseso natin mag-isa. So much so na nung dumating yung social media na every commercial break may sinasabi yung
Sinisilip
mga
mo.
tao,
Oh.
we are able to, I guess, filter how we feel about those
Yeah.
comments and not let it get to us kasi it can really get to you.
That's a good observation. Kasi I remember pre-Twitter kasi, I remember after the morning show, pupunta ako sa newsroom. Papanoorin ko ulit.
Wow!
Para makita ko paano ko, magaling ba ako, meron ba akong twitches na kailangan kong tanggalin. Ang feedback natin was from ourselves.
Yes. Or
Because-
even from your producer, director, di ba? Ganyan.
Or someone or a friend that you
Yeah.
tell, can you watch me this morning and can I get feedback? Di ba ganun dati?
Yeah.
Eh, nung nauso ang Twitter, pag magkamali ka ng isang beses, alam mo na eh. Boom! Sumasabog.
It will, and it can get to you. That's why parang at least we were able to build that, I guess, self-assessing mechanism. Na even if makakita tayo ng super bashing comments, we're like, okay, kaya kong huminga.
Alam mo, manhid tayo sa bashing.
I'm not
Tayo.
manhid.
Hindi
Yeah. I am not.
Siguro naman hindi ako sa dami. It still affects you. No?
Yeah.
Despite the fact that you know that they're trolls,
Yes.
it's still painful.
It's still painful, but I am able to filter what I want to take from it as constructive versus yung gusto lang ako saktan nito.
O yung troll lang
Wait,
talaga.
to you, you're manhid to it?
I make myself manhid to it because, but I admit, there's still some sting there. Ha?
Yeah.
May pain pa rin yan kasi napapa-self-doubt ka eh.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
ako, I've learned to shut it off. And actually, I kill whatever platform is, because I'm so used to getting bashed, no?
Yeah.
Pagka alam kong trending ako, hindi ko siya titignan ng 2 linggo. And then after 2 weeks, libre na. Pareho na.
And they're on to the next
To the next
hot
victim.
issue.
Yeah,
Yes,
the next victim.
Yes. Oh.
And then I remember pa early days, sarap, ang dami kong topics sa'yo kasi ang dami kong naalala sa'yo. I remember, Bianca, I really found you so... the first time I met you was you were field reporter for some show. I think it was maybe for the morning show. No, maybe for breakfast.
Yeah.
You're field reporter. I was a politician then. This was in 2003 in Pandacan. It was Buling-Buling.
Okay.
Yung sayawan sa kalye sa Pandacan.
Yes.
And we organized that because we're city government.
Yes.
And then you were sent by ABS-CBN to cover it.
Yes. I think it was the morning show
The
that
morning
was
show.
my beat. Yes.
Right. Nakita ko, sino to? Ang ganda nito ah. And then, first time kita nakita, bago
Yeah.
tayo lahat. Wala pa nga ako, nauna pa eh. Nauna ka pa eh.
Yes.
Ang ganda nito ah. And then, I think a few months after that, you were in the cover of Preview magazine.
Yes.
And then, it was so beautiful. Ang ganda. Jason Magbano ba yun? Basta ang ganda nun.
It was
But that shoot was so nice.
yes, that was oh my goodness.
It highlighted
I have to
your
remember.
brown color.
Yes, kasi the story for that preview cover was like Filipina beauty icons.
Yeah.
So there was Darna, Paraluman, etc.
And then Bianca
Yes.
Gonzalez. And then a few months after that, when I was on TV na, 2004, I find myself in the same TV show as you. Sabi ko, wow, how the world turns.
Did I interview you in that like morning
Interviewed
show?
my dad.
Something? Okay.
Dad was mayor then eh.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I actually enjoy being, now that I look back, nung time na yon, and this is something na I wish I had done. Nung time na yon, in my head, and this is just the narrative I've created, mas okay pag nasa studio ako kasi parang part ako ng main anchor
host.
lineup.
Oo, main anchor.
But you know what? You learn the most on the field. And I wish na hindi ko yun sinabi. I wish hindi ko yun inisip kasi now, looking back, I wish I was, the term has deployed, di ba? I wish I was assigned more to the field work kasi doon ka matututo to connect to people, you'll be exposed, di ba? Yun yung isang parang masyado ko minadali yung mindset na yun na parang, kailangan nasa studio ko. When in fact, it was more fun and more fulfilling to be on field and earn your spot when you're finally there.
Kasi ang learning kasi natin, ang ano natin, ang awareness natin, ang mga nasa studio, mga sikat eh. Ang mga nasa labas, yung mga pasikat pa lamang, o yung mga hindi sisikat.
Yeah, I mean, we did our time pa rin sa field.
Yeah.
And ang nakakaloka sa field, kunyari, a morning show is 3 hours, right?
Ka-cut off ka. Ay,
We only really have like, if you compute it, we only really have like 7 minutes of the 3 hours.
Correct.
Kasi yung unang pasok mo, 2 minutes.
Correct.
Next pasok mo, maybe 3 minutes kasi yun yung may interview. And then yung sa dulo,
yung kaway-kaway. Kaway-kaway na lang yan. Goodbye na yan. Credits. Habang nagka-credits, kuha ganun.
Nakakatawa because every time you're on the field, bago iniisip mo pa, paano mo i-word yung wrap-up mo, di ba? At mula dito sa ganyan, whatever, you're thinking of it, tapos biglang 3 seconds before air, kaway-kaway na lang.
Diba?
Wala na.
Minsan na ma-bump off ka pa.
Yes.
Minsan babiyahe kami ng Tarlac. Tapos bumped off eh kasi because
Oh my gosh,
the morning show was
yes.
part news eh.
Yes.
Pag merong important news na nag-break.
Yes, pag may breaking news, wala. Yung mga features, dyan kayo. Yeah.
Imagine nasa Tarlac ka tapos bumped off ka.
Nakakatawa.
But you know, I would say, the reason why Kuya Kim has become a household name was because of the many years in the morning show.
Oh, absolutely.
Araw-araw yun eh. Araw-araw. And the ratings of TV then was not the ratings of TV now eh. The morning show was considered to be the least of the raters. Pero least meaning 7%, 8%,
Yeah,
ang taas pa rin.
Yeah.
Minsan double digit pa nga sa umaga eh.
Yes.
And that was least rating then. Now, prime time, we're talking about single-digit prime time lang ngayon. Because TV was king.
So different. At least we reached part of that.
Di ba?
Yeah.
What motivates Bianca?
So many things. Honestly, I wake up inspired every day.
Uy.
No, it's really true because every day when I wake up, because we still sleep beside our kids, so apat kami, magkakatabi. And to wake up every day na may paa sa tiyan mo, because ang likot nila, sinisiksik ka, I'm already so grateful. I'm grateful every day because 22 years in, I'm still doing what I get to do. But I think a huge factor of why I feel very fulfilled and inspired is that in the past decade or so, I've been more intentional about the giving back component of life.
yeah.
And I think that's what feeds your soul, eh,
Yeah,
'di ba? Parang when you know you're doing something of service or doing your little part in the world to give, napupuno ka din in return.
If there's anyone who want to be Bianca Gonzalez, what would you advise them?
That they shouldn't be Bianca Gonzalez, that they should be the
Themselves.
best them. No, honestly.
If they want to be someone like you and they're inspired by you, what advice would you give them?
Gosh, so hard. I think that one of the things that I realized through the course of doing Paano Ba To as well is that whenever you look up to someone and you wish like, sana I'm like them. Sana I have the job they have. Sana I have the reach they have, the money, the power, whatever that they have. You have to think, am I willing to put in the work that they did to get to where
Tama.
they are? Kasi we can't want something but not be game
Work for it.
and be willing to get
Put in the
there.
grind. Yeah.
And it's a series of trade-offs, like meaning the busiest people also lose time with their family. The people who get to spend so much time with their family are so fulfilled, but maybe there's a part of that how can they do other things as
Yeah.
well? Diba parang whatever you choose in life, there is a trade-off eh. So you just have to hahanapin mo lang yung timpla na para sa'yo. And there's a quote that I heard from a friend when I was in college na dala-dala ko pa rin hanggang ngayon. Whenever I'm like questioning, why am I doing this or why am I not doing enough? He told me, well, that's the price you pay for the life you choose.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I see things in that lens na parang, if this is something that I choose, kailangan I'm willing to pay the price.
Yeah. That's good advice.
Thank you.
You see Bianca Gonzalez 20 years from now. What do you see?
That's so hard. I will be 63. Oh my gosh, 63! Senior citizen na ako doon.
Nandun ako ngayon. Mag-60 na
Really?
ako. I'm gonna be 60 in 4 months, in 5 months.
That is so crazy.
I'm
Well,
gonna be
your
senior.
energy is not it at all. And that's what matters, di
Yeah,
ba?
but to be able to do these things at 60.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think
Oh, Lola Bianca, what do you see? And how do you see her?
I still want to be doing some form of like this, talking, interviewing on television. I hope that by then my kids would have found what it is they want to do in life. I hope they are healthy and happy. I hope na nag-travel kami ng asawa ko. And I definitely hope that things I do in terms of advocacy are more full force so that I just want to live a well-rounded full life. Yung gusto ko na parang lahat ng binigay sa akin ni God na skills or talents or blessings, magamit ko to the max.
Galing.
Oh, thank you.
Bianca, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Maraming salamat.
Ano ba talaga, Kuya Kim?
Paano ba to?
Wait,
Bianca?
can I ask?
Sure.
Just as a last.
Yeah.
Bakit naging ito yung title ng podcast mo?
Pinag-isipan namin ni na Alan to eh. Noong una nga, ditong-dito ko dyan eh. Kasi yung show ko sa GMA,
Yes.
dami mong alam, Kuya Kim.
Yes.
Yung segment ko sa GMA, Kuya Kim, ano na?
Yes.
Dinerive lang dun eh. Nung una, hindi ko nga masabi itong ano ba talaga eh. But because it's what I am. It's my
Yes.
equity. My equity is I give knowledge and you want to know certain stuff about me. And the podcast is about that.
Yeah.
But initially, the podcast was going to be about trivia. But that's what people know eh. That's what I do on television eh. Ito, mas ano to. Ano pa talaga meaning... anong pagkatao ng guest ko? Ano ba talaga ang motivation ng guest ko?
Yeah.
Ano ba talaga mga nakaka-inspire? It's broader and more esoteric.
Yeah. If anything, I feel like
Yeah.
what will keep ano ba talaga going,
Yeah.
which has also kept paano ba to going, I think at the core of both of what we
Yeah.
do in life, curiosity
Oh, yeah.
is really like something we share,
Yeah.
something we have in common, and I wish you many more years of ano ba talaga
Ay,
and
and-
your podcast. Feeling ko
Thank
mag-evolve pa to into something like that will be your tatak talaga for the years to come when it comes to podcasting.
Thank you, Bianca.
Thank you also.
Thank you. And it's an honor and a pleasure to be your friend for 2 decades already. And
Sabi 2 decades.
Kuya Kim is always gonna be here for
Oh,
you.
same,
In front of the
same.
camera or outside showbiz, I'm always gonna be here.
Same.
Love you, Bianca. Thank you.
Love you. Thank you.
Maraming salamat for joining us in another episode of Ano Ba Talaga with Kuya Kim. Kung nagustuhan niyo po itong podcast na to, just press the notification bell para alam po ninyo whenever we upload. We normally upload Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Maraming salamat. Thank you for the support. God bless.
The Pod Network Entertainment. The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.